Number 11. Crysis ransomware virus. In 2016, we have seen a very successful example of ransomware virus. Crysis virus has hundreds of different versions, and all of them appear to be professionally programmed malicious programs that encrypt files with a combination of AES and RSA ciphers. It is easy to recognize Crysis malware because it always stamps file name with a very long extension, which consists of like original file name .id -victims id, then culprit's email address .xtbl. However, at the beginning of November, an anonymous has leaked Crysis decryption keys in the online form, and Crysis decryption software soon emerged. However, authors of this ransomware project continue to release new and updated ransomware versions. Number 10. Trotax.com virus. Trotax.com browser hijacker is yet another browser redirect virus that has been actively distributed online in 2016. Although it cannot compete with critical viruses like ransomware, it is one of the most widespread browser hijackers that cause a headache for many computer users. This parasite tends to sneak into computer systems when bundled with free programs that suspecting users install. It changes the search engine, homepage, and new tab setting in browser that it infects, and just like Delta Home, hijackers promote questionable websites by causing the redirections to them. Number 9. Your computer has been blocked. Oh no, I'm not saying that to you, but it's the name of virus. Your computer has been blocked virus. There are two viruses that share the same name. One of them is screen locker type ransomware, which blocks access to the computer and accuses the victim of violating laws of USA. The virus displays a full screen message filled with information about infringements that the victim has ostensibly committed. However, a better known version of this virus describes the vast majority of tech support scam viruses, which display a message via victims' web computers, infections, data breaches, and another problem that only certified technician can fix. Number 8. Tech support scam virus. Tech support scams evolve and become more sophisticated nowadays. They use malware to convince victims to call them instead of calling random people daily. Typically, tech support scam viruses display annoying warning message via victim's web browser urging to call certified Microsoft technicians for help due to fake reason. Alert that such malware display traditionally try to scare the victims by stating that the system is infected with viruses such as this, that personal data can be lost, and that there are hundreds of other security issues that the user needs to take care of immediately. Such viruses always provide a toll-free tech support scam number and ask the victim to call them. They try to sell useless software or convince the victim to give them remote access to the computer. Number 7. Zepto ransomware virus. Zepto is one of the earliest Locky virus variant, and it has achieved huge success so far. This ransomware example was distributed in a form of JS or Word file and managed to easily infect unprotected systems. The virus encrypts all files with a combo of RSA-2048 and AES-128 ciphers, adds .zepto extension to their names, and then drops a ransom note called _help_instruction.html, which contains instruction on how to access personal payment pages that offer Locky decryptor. The price of the decryptor varies from 0.5 BTC to 4 BTC. Sadly, no one managed to create an antidote for Zepto's poison yet. Number 6. Delta Home virus. This potentially unwanted program deserves to be on this list as the most bothersome browser hijacker of the year. This browser pretends to be a legitimate search engine. However, it gets inside the computer secretly with the help of other free programs and then takes full control over the targeted browser. The purpose of Delta Home hijacker is to deliver sponsored third-party links and tricks victims into visiting shady domains. The main concern about this virus is that it redirects users to potentially dangerous websites where people might catch serious computer infections or reveal their personal details for the untrustworthy people. Cybersecurity specialists agree with the victims. This browser hijacker is hard to remove. Number 5. DNS Unlocker Adware is the most famous and annoying adware program of 2016. Of course, the damage caused by the potentially unwanted programs cannot be compared to ransomware attacks. However, in this cyber infection category, DNS Unlocker virus has won the first place. This pub infects iOS, macOS, and Android devices and delivers an excessive amount of ads promoting PC optimizers and variant repair tools. Aggressive pop-ups and banners fill the browsers and make them crash or freeze. 2 times updated DNS Unlocker pub spread using questionable software marketing strategy called bundling. Compared to other adware programs, DNS Unlocker removal might be a challenge. Number 4. Facebook virus. Social networks play a significant and important role in our lives, so there's no surprise that cybercriminals decided to use social media for the cyber crimes. Malicious activities on Facebook has been spotted on 2014, but this year the situation became even worse. We have seen several versions of this virus such as Facebook video virus, Facebook suspension virus, and your page will be unpublished virus that caused havoc on this social network. All the variants try to steal Facebook credentials and hack the accounts. Number 3. Android virus. For a while, this malware targeted various Android devices in different ways and techniques. However, on February 2016, security specialists noticed a new threatening version of the Android malware spreading via text messages. Mostly this malware tries to steal some personal detail, logins and passwords, get access to the credit card information, etc. There's no surprise that malware tries to stay unnoticed and undetected as long as possible. However, the signs of infection are evident. The device slows down, victim notices suspicious alerts and redirects, and sometimes the telephone bill increases a lot. Number 2. Cerber virus. Cerber is one of the top dangerous crypto ransomware viruses nowadays, which is known as the speaking ransomware. While the first and second Cerber's version contain flaws that allows malware researchers to create free decryption tools, subsequent versions appear to be undefeatable. Author of this fearsome ransomware project releases new virus version once in a while, and currently there are 9 known versions of it, and 5 of them are modifications of the Cerber version 4.0 ransomware. The virus recently started proliferating with the help of new technique that contributes to disseminating the virus using Google and Tor web proxies. One thing can be said about this ransomware: it evolves rapidly, its authors change distribution techniques and makes slight alterations to virus code frequently to inhibit malware researchers to analyze the new version properly. And number 1. Locky ransomware virus. When malware researchers spotted Locky ransomware, they didn't believe that it would become the most dangerous virus of 2016 and 17. Since the appearance at the beginning of the year, Malware has been updated numerous times and never stopped competing with Cerber for its fame. While Cerber's developers were loyal to their name, Locky's developers have been studying Norse mythology and looked at malware development in a more creative way. The main distribution campaign have been and still are held via infected spam email attachments. Victims receive a fake email informing about the necessity to open attached Word document. Open document asks to enable macro commands, and when a victim does that, he or she lets malware inside. However, relying on email is not enough, but exploit kits such as Rig, Bizarro, Sundown, and Nemicode help to spread malware as well. One of the latest significant features in malware distribution is that it started spreading on Facebook. So what do you think about Facebook?